Morning, fam. It's your favorite nurse, and I've been doing this series of health talk thing on my WhatsApp status for a while now, and I've been receiving a lot of advices on trying to do a YouTube video instead of a WhatsApp status. With the YouTube video, I can reach wider audiences. So this is my first YouTube thingy on these medical issues, so please manage the video clarity. It's going to get better with time. What I actually have to discuss today, it's about your nails. Yeah, your nails. Did you know that your nails can tell you how healthy you are? It's because change in color or texture of your nails could be a sign of a disease. Problems in the liver, in the lungs, and in the heart could also show up in your nails. I'm going to give you 10 common examples of that. For the general population, actually, nail health is most often an indicator of poor nutritional intake or poor digestion. If you're not eating well, if your food is not digesting well, your nail could actually tell. So in a lot of cases, these symptoms are more often the result of a poor diet than a systemic disease. What I'm trying to say is that most times it's actually showing that you're not eating well, not really showing a problem with any part of your body systems. The first one I'm going to talk about is pale nails. Very pale nails can be sometimes be a sign of a serious illness like anemia. This thing our mothers have been doing it way back, like way back, when they want to check if you're pregnant, and they'll tell you to bring your palm. That's what they're checking for, pallor. They are checking if your palm is pale. So when your nails are pale, you know that it's an indication of a likely sign of anemia. Then congestive heart failure. Pale nails also could be a sign of congestive heart failure. Pale nails could be a sign of liver disease. Pale nails could also be a sign of malnutrition. Another thing about nails, another change in color you should be worried about your nail is white nails. If the nails are mostly white with darker rims, this can indicate liver problem like hepatitis. Yeah. Another one is yellow nails. That's the third one. Yellow nails, whether you believe it or not, they are relatively common. They're usually caused by an infection, either an infection or a reaction from a product you've been using, like a nail polish. So when you see a yellow nail, you know you are reacting to something. In rare cases, they can indicate a more serious condition, but it's rare. They can indicate a more serious condition like severe thyroid disease, lung diseases, diabetes, or psoriasis. Those are English, I know, but they are rare, so you don't really have to get yourself worried. You just need to go to the doctor and tell him your symptoms and let him worry about all the English. And the fourth sign I'm going to be talking about is bluish nails. You might have seen or come across some people with bluish nails. Nails with a bluish tint could mean that the body isn't getting enough oxygen. Yeah. This could indicate a lung problem like emphysema. I had to pronounce that slowly so that you guys will not say I'm rushing it. So it could indicate a lung problem like emphysema. Then some heart problems can also be associated with bluish nails. And the fifth sign you can check out in your nail is rippled nails. If the nail surface is rippled, that is, if it is pitted, it may be an early sign of psoriasis or inflammatory arthritis. I have this problem with inflammatory. When I was in school, I always called it inflammatory, and my classmates would be like, "No, it's inflammatory." So please manage my English. So, rippled nails could be a sign of psoriasis or inflammatory arthritis. Then, discoloration of the nail is actually common. The skin under the nail can be seen reddish brown. That is associated with rippled nails. The sixth sign or thing you can look out for in your nails is cracked or split nail. Dry nail or brittle nails that frequently crack or split, they have been linked to thyroid disease. Cracking or splitting combined with a yellowish hue is more likely due to a fungal infection. So, like I always say, check with your doctor if you are seeing any of these symptoms. This video is just to enlighten you. That's why I'm not going to go into the details of all my medical grammar I'm speaking, because it's not for use for your doctor to check out. So when you see those signs, you know to check in with your doctor. The seventh sign you have to watch out for in your nail is dark lines beneath the nail. When you see dark lines beneath your nail, we also call it splinter hemorrhage. The dark lines beneath the nail, we call it splinter hemorrhage. Black lines, which can also appear brown for some people or even dark red for some others, are most likely caused by trauma to your nail. It's most likely could be a trauma to your nail, like an accident, or maybe you accidentally slam a door on your finger. Maybe you're going out and you just hit the door, maybe your car door or something. It could cause dark lines beneath your nail. For some people, I said it could be brown or dark red. However, where there has been no injury or trauma to the nail, dark line beneath the nail should be investigated as soon as possible. Yes, it should. They are sometimes caused by melanoma. Like I said, I'm not breaking down any grammar. Go to your doctor if you see these symptoms. So, anyway, for the curious ones, melanoma is the most dangerous type of skin cancer. The eighth sign you should watch out for in your nail is gnawed nails. Gnawed, gnawed nails. And that's for some people it could be when they bite their nails. It could be an old habit for them, biting their nails. But in some cases, it's a sign of persistent anxiety that could benefit from treatment. When people just gnaw at their nails, it could be that they're anxious or something. Sometimes when it's persistent, they need to check in with the doctor or to go to a hospital for treatment. Nail biting has always been linked with obsessive compulsive disorder. We call it OCD. So when you notice that you're biting your nail persistently for no reason, it's not just when you're anxious, you're doing it every time, you need to check in with a health professional. The ninth sign you should check out for your nail is scattered white spots on the nails. They are usually on kids that can signify a zinc deficiency. Usually check out for zinc deficiency in children. It can be easily solved with zinc supplements. Other possible causes that could cause that scattered white spots is allergic reaction. It could be fungal infection, and it could be an injury to your nail. The 10th sign you should look out for is ridges in the nail. Have you ever noticed ridges that look like horizontal or vertical weaves on your fingernails? The vertical ridges, actually, they generally appear later in life. I don't know how to describe because I don't have it, but there are some people that you look at their nails, you see the ridges, you see the actual ridges. Some are vertical, some are horizontal. So for the vertical ones, it could appear later in life, and at worst, it could be a symptom of iron deficiency anemia. As long as they are not accompanied by other symptoms like change in color, then they are benign. You can consider them benign or mild. On the other hand, the horizontal ridges, We know the difference between vertical and horizontal, right? Horizontal ridges, we call them Bill's lines. They're a sign of more serious symptoms like kidney disease. The methods you can use to prevent this, you can prevent underlying condition that impact your nail. Actually, it's not always possible, but you can care for your nails. That is the only method I can show you how to prevent, is to care for your nails. You should stay hydrated, drink water all the time regularly, and eat a well-balanced diet. I'm still going to talk about a well-balanced diet later in one of my videos. Yeah, because a lot of people have this crippled idea of what a well-balanced diet should be. So be sure that you're consuming enough vitamin B and zinc. Those are the nutrients that greatly help your nails. They strengthen your nails. It's important to know that the condition of your nails, they are just part of a puzzle. Nail changes accompany many conditions. They are rarely the first sign, but it helps to be aware and vigilant. I hope you get what I'm saying. Many nail abnormalities are harmless. So not everyone with white nails have hepatitis. If you notice change in your nails or you are concerned about your appearance, see a dermatologist. If you cannot afford to see a dermatologist, see a doctor, see a health professional. That's all I've got for today. I hope you have learned one or two things that will help you pay more attention to how your body works. It's still your favorite nurse, Nursed by Ini, on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You can check me out, and Snapchat too. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comment box. I'll be ready to answer any questions. If you're a critic, put your critics there, put your criticized comments there. I'm an open learner. If you have a honest criticism, I will adjust. Manage my video, like I said, it's my first time and my iPad video is not so clear, but I'll do it under better circumstances later. Please take good care of your nails, like I said, by drinking plenty water and well balanced.